AFTV, DT, what can I say? 2-0 up at half-time and cruising, and then the game ends up 2-2. And to be fair to Watford, I think if I was a Watford fan, you'd be quite disappointed that they didn't get all 3 points.
They were the better side even when we were 2-0 up. What more can
What
you
went
say?
wrong? What was going wrong?
Everything went wrong. You can't blame Emery for 2 defensive errors for the goals, but you can blame him for the way that we're setting up, the tactics, the formation, the lack of fluidity within the side. Players within that team look like they haven't got an idea what's going on. There's no transition. Substitutions are questionable.
I mean, why did he take Ceballos off? Everyone, unless there's some sort of injury, he didn't look particularly more tired than anybody else. I mean, that was a mystery.
He didn't look injured. He looked perfectly fine, and you're going to have to wait to hear what Emery said after the game as to why he made the substitutions. But whatever reason he did it, it didn't work. If anything, Watford came on, they made a substitution when they brought the right back on, and it gave them an outlet to overlap on the right because they saw a weakness, because Kolasinac don't defend. And in that last 10 minutes, they should have won the game. Leno saved us right at the death. And we're walking away from here thinking, you know what, we're lucky to get a point. It's not good enough. It really isn't.
We're trying to all be optimistic. We're talking about the team this season should be good enough to get into the top 4. But the way we defend, the way we give gifts away in every single game, we ain't going to get there, are we?
Robbie, our defensive structure, shape and everything does not change from season after season. It doesn't get any better.
Because that's what Emery's been, that's got to be one of his key tasks, to come in, sort the defence out. And the defence at the moment is shocking. Both goals again today. I mean, playing the ball out from the back, they nearly got caught about 3-4 times before that, and they still did the same thing. I think there's one time before that with Guendouzi, wasn't there? He nearly got caught.
Yeah, we can only blame the wrong personnel for so long. We can all sit here and say we ain't got a left back, we ain't got the right back. We're waiting for a centre back, we're waiting till January, we're waiting till next season. But you should still be able to set the team up structurally right with the personnel you've got. If you're playing for Arsenal Football Club, you should be good enough to understand the basics of defending. If you're not, why are you wearing the shirt? It's that simple. So I know that Tierney's going to come back, I know Bellerin's going to come back, but Emery is starting to run out of time. He has
already? The 5 games in?
Robbie, there's a reason why the club gave him 2 years to begin with, which was to assess it after the 2 years. If he does not get us into the Champions League this season, he has to go. He will be out the door. They've spent £72 million on Pepe. You've got Aubameyang, you've got Lacazette, you've got Ceballos there. You've got all the tools you need to put us back into the Champions League. And if you don't, then there's no excuses. I'm sorry, but there isn't. And today, it's just... This has not been just today. Newcastle, we got the win, but we wasn't great, was we? All right, you go into the Burnley game, we wasn't great. We got the 3 points, so we kind of forget about it. Liverpool, same old, we got slapped. Yeah. Then you go to the Spurs game, defending, poor. We haven't played well at all in our opening 5 games this season. And when you look at it, we're getting what we deserve right now, which is nothing. Can't say no more than that.
And, Eintracht Frankfurt during the week, that ain't going to be an easy game either. It's not like last year where the Europa League, you're just going to some easy games in Europe. That is going to be a big test.
Well, of course it will. At the end of the day, you're getting intimidated by Elton John here, and, and all their sing-songs and lighting candles and all this rubbish. Wait till you see what happens out in Germany, because that's really hostile. And they're going to have to stand up, and I'm going to be quite interesting to see what kind of team Emery puts out. Because after the way some of them performed today, I'd put them on the plane and say, you're not getting a rest. Go out there and go and right the wrongs.
Okay.
Can't say no more than that this week. Disappointing, man. 2 points dropped, point gained. I don't know, whatever way you want to look at it, really. Cool.